So my project this morning, that's a project too. I am spray painting the glass part of my palette, this middle gray. Now it's hard for me to see value on the bottom of the glass because you can see directly down into it, obviously. But the gray just makes a solid surface. It's a mid-tone value, so you can accurately judge your colors better when you're painting. So I am going to not scrape the paint off of the bottom. I was a little anxious to paint there for a deadline, but rather it's tipped over on the back, so this is underneath the glass. This surface is smooth right here. It's in the sun, so I'm going to wipe and degrease with isopropyl alcohol. I'm not sure if you need 91%, this is what I had, but just a paper towel soaked in that, and we're going to degrease it first, and then we're going to paint. You're also going to make sure your delicate friends are far away, because the spray paint will overspray a little bit. It's not terribly windy this morning, but put some distance between the delicate ones and your project. I've degreased, we have a smooth surface, and let's paint. Okay, so we have one thin coat, very thin coat. You can probably see it's very cloudy looking. You want thin coats. You don't want one heavy coat. It will be tacky. To the touch, it will dry a lot slower and more uneven. Get all the bugs out too. But I'm going to be doing probably 2, maybe 3 more coats to get this solid and opaque on the back. So I'll do that now. So just peeking under here to see my progress. Sorry, there's a dog next door. You can see the paint where I had flipped it over on the underside. It's still good, still usable, it's oil. It'll be wet for a few more days. But I'm checking under here to see if I've missed any pinholes where the light shines through the glass. And it doesn't look like I have. Now that's the reflection from the edge, but it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Now we just wait. And it's mostly dry. You can still kind of see where there's a little bit of wet parts. They're a little lighter than the rest, but I'm pretty happy with it. It's rough on the surface. Now I used an automotive primer. You could use gloss, you could use satin. I don't think it matters, but I wanted something that was sure to stick regardless if I had left anything, you know, fingerprints or just any dust or dirt. But I am very happy with how this turned out. I'm gonna bring it inside so it can dry and also acclimate to the temperature of the studio. Indoor studios, they are naturally colder if you run the air. Here in the south, it's pretty hot. I think it's about 90 degrees already. And it's time to go inside. So I'll show you how it's all set up after it's dry. All right, so I am thrilled with how this turned out. It's dry. We painted the back, so I flipped it over. You can see all that paint is still semi-dry, but kind of squishy still. I love to paint on glass because you can scrape off with a scraper tool the paint that you are done using, and it shouldn't scratch too much. I try to keep it pretty clean, but the gray value that we put on the underside, it's really going to accurately show me the intensity and the relative value of my colors. Instead of painting on a white surface, it's kind of stark, it reflects back at us. Quick note though, I did not place this directly on the countertop. There's a space in here, and what I did is I had some extra little kitchen cabinet, those rubber feet that you put in between your cabinet doors. Really helps with raising that up. It also can sustain an impact of, you know, a harder palette knife or some heavy brush work when I'm mixing color. But I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. It's going to be great for what I need. And I hope this has helped you. I think that you can totally do this. It doesn't have to be as big as this, but any piece of glass that you paint, this middle gray, is really going to help you see your colors clearer and also keep your mixes cleaner. So hope you enjoyed.